Hi, I'm Saúl Montiel. I'm a professional chef, and today I'm going to teach you how to make the base rice and beans at home. They need to be rich, they need to be thick, they need to be full of flavor. This is rice and beans uno en uno. When it comes to rice and beans, it's basically the side dish for most of you Mexican dishes. You can eat this with mole, you can eat this with enchilada. It's simple, it's easy, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's time to make the best part of Mexico, rice and beans. In front of me, I have 2 cups of black beans. Dry beans from scratch can give you a better taste, a better texture. To me, it's 100 times better than the can. The first step, very important step, is to go through all the beans to make sure there's no pieces of rock, pieces of wood, like any imperfection. When I was 4 or 5 years old, my mom would sit me on the table and make me go through all the beans, and I will do this, like find little imperfected beans. Things we don't want this, a la basura. Okay, so now I'm gonna rinse these beans because beans can have a lot of dust. And for this recipe, you need 5,642 pieces of black beans. No less, no more. They look perfect, nice and clean. I'm gonna dump it in here. Now I'm gonna put 4 cups of water. You have to have a lot of water because the beans, they're gonna get soft overnight. So basically the size they're gonna increase. If you don't have enough water and the beans get uncovered, the ones on top are gonna be drier. So you have like 2 different textures. We don't want that. When you storage this on the fridge, let it sit overnight. Look at this, the size. See the difference? Big bean, baby bean. Now I'm gonna drain the beans and give a little rinse. Now we're gonna move into cooking the beans. I'm bringing 8 cups of water to a boil. Now, when cooking black beans, you're gonna make sure they have enough water. So now I'm gonna do 1.5 onion, 4 cloves of garlic. Now I'm gonna smash them a little bit halfway. You will remove the leaf easier, and also you will break the flavors of the garlic, so it will be stronger. I added 2 avocado leaves. The reason why I'm using avocado leaves to my beans, because I want to add an aroma to my beans. I want them to taste like Mexico. If you don't have an avocado leaves, bay leaves will do the work. 2 bay leaves and 4 epazote leaves. Epazote, it's a bitter green, little mustardy with licorice, and it makes the beans get a richer flavor. If you don't have epazote, you can use 3 or 4 stems of cilantro. Now that all the aromatics are in, we bring this to a boil. Now that you see the vegetables having a blast, dancing all over the beans, I'm gonna lower the heat. Simmer it for 60 to 90 minutes. It depends on your size of the beans. When cooking black beans, make sure the beans have enough water all the time. When you simmer the beans, it's very important that you stir it once in a while. Not a lot, because remember, the skin of the beans is fragile. So my black beans, they've been simmering for almost 70 minutes. One way to find out if your beans are ready, you're just gonna grab 1 bean. If it's easy to smash, that means it's on point. I can feel that it's tender, that it's medium enough, it's soft. Now, we're going to remove the onion. Also the leaves, epazote, we don't want this. If you can find the garlic, remove the garlic. If not, eat it, it's okay, it's healthy for you. Now what I'm gonna do, what my mom calls a sofreír. It's gonna be like an onion sofrito. I'm gonna dice some onions, chop chop. For my beans, I'm using vegetable oil because I don't want to add another level of flavor. Sofreír is when you refry vegetables and then you add more flavor to your beans. I'm gonna do salt in here because I don't want to brown them. I want them to also sweat. The heat is a lower heat. Now I'm going to add some of the beans. We're not going to add all the liquid because we want to have rich beans, no watery beans. A little bit more salt. We're going to stir, make sure you get the salt everywhere. I'm going to let this simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. Next, I'm going to be making tomato broth for my Mexican rice. I make the best Mexican rice by using canned tomatoes because the tomato, it's more concentrate, it's more richer, a little more on the sweet side. So I'm gonna dump this here. Cumin. I love the flavor of cumin. Within 1/4 teaspoon. We're gonna do half an onion, 2 cloves of garlic, a little bit of salt. That's what it means, a little bit for chef. Chicken stock. I'm pouring around 14 ounces of chicken stock. And now we're gonna puree this. We're looking for something between sauce and a broth. This is the consistency that we're looking for. If this becomes too thick, just add a little bit more chicken stock. Too loose, just add more tomatoes. My sauce is set. Let's time to make some rice. Arroz. The rice that I'm using for my Mexican rice is long grain rice. First step of making Mexican rice is wash your rice to remove all the starch out of the rice. So you see all this liquid right here? That's all the starch from the rice. We want to have a clear water. So now I'm gonna do it like 3 or 4 times until the water is nice and clear. See that? That's what you're looking for. Clear water. So I'm going to toast the rice to have nice and brown to get like a nutty flavor to the rice. I turn the heat to medium heat and I add some canola oil. Add the rice. We're going to be stirring here until it's nice and brown. The reason why I'm moving the pad and the spoon at the same time is just to make sure we toast the rice evenly so everybody gets the same loaf. Normally it will take, I would say, 5 to 7, 8 minutes. But you know, the color is going to tell you. When making this rice, you need to keep stirring most of the time until the rice is nice and brown. This is how it's supposed to look, nice and toasted. Now I'm going to add the tomato. Before you add it, let's just mix it. I'm not putting all the liquid because I want to see if it needs more liquid or not. Little stir right here. I want to stir once and that's it. Now that it's simmering, low heat, I'm going to do corn on top. Then I'm going to do fresh green peas, fresh diced carrots, and a whole serrano. This is just going to add the aroma of the pepper and some cilantro. Now we're just going to leave this alone. We're not going to touch it. We're going to come back like in 12-13 minutes and see how is it going. No stirring, nothing. Let's take a look. Smells like my grandma's house, Mexico. Can already tell it's ready. Why? Because it's cooked evenly. If I mix it now, right, it's a bad idea because it's still a little bit wet, so you have to let it sit before mixing it in. Now I'm just gonna let it cover, shut the heat off, and let it sit. I'm gonna go get my beans and have a rice and beans feast. It's time to play. Look at this beauty. Look how nice and dry this rice is, just perfect. Now you just need some mole, some cervezas, tequila, the whole family. The serrano is just there just in case you need extra heat. And now the beans, they look nice, rich, thick, creamy. Now I'm gonna garnish the beans with a little bit queso fresco. Queso fresco basically is a cow's milk cheese, salty, crumbly, fresh, it's delicious. And there you have it, the best way to make rice and beans. All right, the best part of the day, tasting the food. I call it quality control. Let's try this separately, right? Unbelievable. It's fluffy, it's full of flavor. It tastes just like the rice that my mom used to make. Even better. Mom, you watching this? I just said that I love you very much and I hope you were here, but in Spanish. Now the beans. They need to be rich, thick, they need to be full of flavor. And this is how it's done. I mean, I don't know why you choose beans from a can over this. And now the two together. It's delicious. Now you can put this into your burrito. You can serve this with enchiladas. You can serve this with mole. I mean, it makes me happy. You know, tasting these flavors just makes anybody happy.